Connected. Okay. Gonna move this up here. Minimize that now. And let's go to this. Set that on. Okay. Getting the chat up. Oop. Oop. Okay, so that's on. Good. Good. Okay, let me scroll down so we can see the chat. Perfect. And I refresh Twitch, get it up and going. Okay. Okay, cool. And looks like we're good to go, so I'm gonna get the game started now. Appreciate anyone that's in here being patient with me as I get it going. Normally Ellis is over here. He sets it up, he's used to it. Doesn't have to reach across, he's got the hang of it. I'm a little bit slower. Gonna continue the game. We did play a little bit after the stream cut out because I was in the middle of a mission and we wanted to beat it and kind of keep things going. So what happened was we talked to the chieftain of this tribe, the northern tribe, and he was an a-hole. Absolutely sucked. And I would have liked to go stab, and just taken him out and said, I'm your leader now, follow me. But that wasn't a choice. Aloy decided the best option was to destroy their wall, since that's what he was convinced was keeping them safe, and that without that wall they would have to participate with the other tribes. So we ran off to go find some of the machines that, what's her name is, Regala, I think, capturing and hoarding for the upcoming war. And we found a like woolly mammoth type machine that they had caught with a ton of weapons on it. Was way more level than me, very strong, but actually took it out this time, first try. But it wouldn't have been that fun to watch because I had to do it painfully slow and methodically because I was way underleveled. So it was a lot of sneaking and chipping away at it, but we did it. Hooray. And we collected a weapon from it. Hooray. And we used that weapon to blast a massive hole in their wall while he was standing on it. Nearly killed him and his homies. And then we came up to him and said, loser, your wall's broken. You are gonna send your best men. And he said, fine. But he said it like a pouty little baby boy. For sure. So, yeah. And that's it, I think. Pretty much everything. I really want to get this power up. It looks pretty good. But I also think I could be investing in some other stuff that might be better. Quick wire. Oh. Oh, dang. Interesting.
He's being obnoxious about wanting to go to bed.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
He's doing good. Like, he's just talking in his sleep. Oh, did you monetize the video?
Yes.
Okay.
But you can double check it to be sure.
I didn't know if you knew, like, where to do that. Okay, yeah. Good.
Yep, I kept it up just in case you wanted to check.
Yeah, just because it's not your thing, you know? That's why I asked. Oh my gosh, being in here now, my feet are cold. Gotta get on my side. Oh my god, what am I
What
doing?
just happened?
I don't know. Chaos. Sorry. You're trying to upgrade.
Oh, that's what I want to get.
I heard you giving a little bit of a recap of what
Yes.
happened.
Okay. Okay. Yep, I was given a recap, and I just got some new skills, and I'm level 20. This quest I'm doing is level 18.
Yeah. Yuppers.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna chat with the people here to pick up the side quests, but I'm not gonna do them yet. But I'm gonna have them in case we get to a point where we're stuck and need to level up more.
Are you Chaplain Jera?
Also,
Katalo said I should talk to you.
after crapping
see
on
if
this
you can
game
help.
about graphics and
Bold
stuff,
move.
I'm
Wallbreaker.
playing the
Burying
first one with
Dakota's
Spencer
pride
again on the
beneath
PS4
bulwarks
has made me
rubble.
appreciate the graphics in this one a lot
was
more.
just-
I'm sure.
And the facial expressions and the
At
things,
ease.
the dialogue, all the
Many
stuff
in
I
the
made
clan
fun of
agree
it.
with you, and Marshal
I
Katalo
remember
was
the
right
first
to
one
send
more
you to me.
favorably than it
There's
actually
something
is.
You can help with.
Yeah.
A few of our
I
soldiers
can
followed him
imagine.
to the embassy at Barren
Always
Light
how it is.
against Dakota's orders.
Right.
If it weren't for all the
I remember
black
Katalo
faces
showed
that
up
kept like
last, with only a
flashing
few
on people
representatives from the
randomly,
Sky
it would
Clan.
be.
Well, and it stopped
Different.
because I changed the
When those
settings.
soldiers
I
returned
figured
home,
out what it
Dakote
was that was
reassigned
messing
them
with
to
it.
an
Like, have you
old
seen a
watchtower.
blackface in a while?
One we had abandoned to the
Sounds so long
machines.
ago.
I know, it does. Yeah.
He
Don't clip
insisted
that.
that with war brewing, it must be reclaimed. But those soldiers are serving no one out
Yeah, basically, I was using the
If, however, they were to
upscaling
return by request of
built into
Hakaro's
your
champion,
graphics card that this game
Dakote
says it's
wouldn't have the
compatible
backing
with,
to
and
deny
that's
them,
what was freaking everything out.
especially when their
I turned off the
chaplain
upscaling,
supports their return.
and yeah, no problem.
Tell a few soldiers to come home and give Dakote another black eye? Sounds easy enough.
Go to the cold rushes, a long stretch to the west. The watchtower stands beside the falls. Speak to Kiva there, the squad's leader. Good luck.
You made it through action.
A lesson has been taught. I know where we
Hurt him. Move it.
My brother will make it.
Oh, the
All you can do is buy. Oh. That's interesting. There's a potion
famous
that makes your
Nora.
berries
Let's
more
have a
effective.
trade.
Like your normal healing berries.
What's going on here?
The Wallbreaker. Jekka's brother here went off to get himself killed.
He'll finish the climb. I know it.
Not likely.
My brother Pento left to climb the March of the Ten, to get his soldier's mark. They were supposed to be done by now, but he's not back yet.
Jekka, Lataka, to your training, now!
Your brother should have stuck to his cleaning duties.
Would you mind checking up on the march? If I leave, my squad leader will kick my ass. And I don't want anyone thinking I'm worried about my brother making the climb, because I'm not.
I get it.
You can't miss the path markers. They're by the waterfall west of here.
This chick.
If I head that way, I'll see what's going on.
Thank you.
And that hairstyle looks cool.
No
but
slacking,
also,
soldier!
What the F? That would be so
I'm
uncomfortable.
coming,
Oh, I
I'm
didn't
coming.
see it.
Pento,
What did it look
you better
like?
stay
I
safe.
just missed it. Is it her?
Yeah,
right there?
it's her.
I got it. Why is she
Sorry.
purple? What do you mean? What's uncomfortable about it?
She's weaved like a piece of metal into her hair.
I wish I didn't have to
That is
drill
not a
with all this
headpiece sitting
armor
on top like mine.
Less
see, I
complaining
See
and
like
more
how my hair's
climbing,
wrapped
Jekka.
around the
Yeah,
sides?
yeah.
Yes,
it's like
sir.
wrapped around in the middle. Like,
That would be uncomfortable.
like Aloy's wouldn't be comfortable either, but that looks like it would be brutal. let's go talk to
The Outlander.
one more little questy
If we want to reclaim our honor,
and trade with this person real quick. I have lots of metal shards, but
do so in battle with Regala. Is that how Easterners behave?
Can I ask what you're arguing about?
Oh, Sariva won't let it rest. She insists our comrade Farika flew on the wings of the Ten. But I say, hanging on to a Stormbird for dear life isn't the same.
A Tanakh rode a Stormbird?
She went up in the air. But road is a strong word.
Ha! You admit it.
You're talking about her like she's no longer around.
She's not. After she grabbed onto the machine, it flew off with her to that mountaintop.
The Stormbird still circles the peak, but we never saw Farika again.
That's sad. What a way to go.
I'll say. A shame no one can reach that mountaintop. She was a great soldier with armor to match, and it serves no one lying up there.
I'm a pretty good climber.
No doubt.
I hate that though.
Unless you want to try what Frika did, there's no realistic
Not even
way
like,
to get
oh,
up
I
there.
wonder if she's still like alive. No, like we gotta rescue that armor.
Off the
That
ground.
is 100% said. Oh. Oh.
What? They're level 32?
And look, on hold. I can't do it until I complete other missions. And yeah, it's way over level. So that armor is good. That's what I'm saying. When they said it like that, that was not said because that's what a human would say about their fallen friend. That's like a, hey, we want you to know this is a quest worth doing, so we're gonna brag.
Yeah.
Like overly brag, so that you know you want to do this. You don't want to miss out.
Ollie, are you ready to go to bed? You ready? Okay. He smiled at me like, yeah. Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Okay, yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and continue that. Yep, we're gonna continue the main quest for now.
The Outlander has shown
Yes, the snow is beautiful. You are right. I like the snow too.
Can you spell Regala as Sky Planet?
It looks pretty good in this game too. It does. Such a hoarder. I've got a problem. Got a real problem. Wait, can I hold pouch upgrade, gear upgrade? Does that stuff, do I have unlimited storage of that?
On. Strength.
Thank you. Okay.
The Outlander has
Where-
shot.
There walks the
Must
Outlander
join
who embarrassed Dakota. Can you fell Regala as easily as the Bulwark, Outlander?
Hunting goods.
Can you fell
Workbench.
Regala as easily as the Bulwark, Outlander?
Workbench.
You. Out. Come and trade.
Actually. Dang. Okay. Snap maw sack webbing. Jeez. Okay. Oh.
Aren't you supposed to be on guard duty?
This is gonna be a while.
A blade is a
What
blade.
weapons do you have? Do you have any good ones? No.
Next time, come willing to trade.
Alright. Well, now that I know it's easy to restash things. Let's clear up some space. Well, I just had one heck of an experience today. Hey, Daytime, thanks for joining, by the way. And anyone else that may be watching. You were going out for a walk at night, taking pictures of the Christmas decorations, and you saw a car, someone outside of it. She asked me, what street is this? You said Haddon Avenue, and she said, what other street crosses with this? You said Collins Avenue, and she said, on the phone with someone said, on the corner of Haddon and Collins Avenue. There's an elderly woman laying on the ground crying. I looked around the corner and I could see and hear an elderly woman moaning. Someone else got out of the car and ran up to them and said some things and something about a blanket. Someone ran to her with a blanket to cover her. The person on the phone said she's bleeding on the ground. 2 ambulances and 2 police cars pulled up. The only thing I could do is point and say around the corner to the people who got out of the cars who didn't say anything to me. I don't know what happened. It's scary. Oh my goodness, that is extremely scary. I can't believe you experienced that. I hope that that person got the help they needed and that they're okay. And really fortunate that you knew the streets and were able to direct them. I mean, who knows what that would have been like if they were having to just guess where they needed to go. My goodness. My goodness. Okay. Oh man, I just spent a bunch of points in the trapper skill, and I just realized I should probably be investing in the machine one. Oh well. Oh well. It is what it is.
What's this place?
I've heard of you.
Huh.
Outlander, your exploits must require...
Gates are shut. I guess I'll have to come back later.
Interesting.
She's with us. Let her pass. Outlander, Chief Hekarro and Marshal Kotallo await you within.
I know they do.
The cool route should be starting soon. Once it's done, I'll be able to access the chamber below Hekarro's throne. And Ether.
Outlander, the chief awaits you in the arena, past the throne.
Okay.
This must lead to the arena. It's another part of the ruins. Turned into a fighting ring.
Honor and strength.
What?
This could be useful.
Armor? This is insane, the stuff you find in these chests sometimes. And now I'm not happy that I bought some rare armor, that's very rare, just to find some new one for free. I mean, it looks like this one overall is better armor, but... Okay, so this one's about stealth and turning machines against them. Okay, yeah. I mean, I guess that could be good, but... Yeah, I mean, the heavy weapon perk is a better perk, but the overall stuff this helps with, I think, is more valuable. The secondary stuff.
Aloy. It seems you've had to move mountains to bring the Sky Clan to heel. Literally.
Kotallo helped.
Yes. Tekote reprimanded for all the clan to see. We both served well. But now the cool route is at hand. Some have come to compete, others to bear witness. They know Regala will come for me.
I'll do whatever it takes to hold up my end, as long as you remember yours. So what's the plan?
Kotallo.
There are only two viable ways to attack the arena. Through the throne room you just passed, and by the trail on the north end. We've set up barricades at both. But if Regala means to assault the cool route with machines, she will have to attack by the trail.
You will join our defenders there.
Yeah, makes sense.
Hold the line, and I'll have my marshals. You will be free of my service and receive your reward. Make whatever preparations you must. Once the cool route begins, you must see it through.
The grove, the arena, it's all part of the same ancient structure?
Yes. Here the land remembers the sacrifice of the Ten. Their deeds commemorated for eternity.
Sacrifice?
The visions tell us that on the ground below, they gave their lives in a fight against machines. We honored them by holding the cool route where they fell.
I wonder if she got hit by a car or something. This particular street has a no turn on red sign. Oh, man. That's awful. On the way back, a homeless guy asked me for $3.25 for bus fare. I gave him a 20. I couldn't just ignore him, barely having been able to do anything for the old woman. Aw. Well,
You called them
probably made his
peacekeepers,
day,
but the
I would
marshals I
think.
met at the embassy were warriors.
Warriors, yes, but more. They renounce the clan that birthed them and pledge themselves to order and peace. They enforce my law. They settle disputes and stand for Tanakh in parley with other tribes. Without them, I cannot rule.
I know where I'll be. What about you two?
I will be here with the chief, where I belong. Should the fight reach us, we will take the blood owed for our fallen.
If it comes to that, the defenses will hold.
Let's get this over with.
Good. You'll find Dekka at the north barricade with the rest of our defenders. Strike true as the 10. I'll see you when this is done. Brings back memories of your own.
The desert contestants look more flamboyant than skilled.
This is a ceremony.
Skill will determine who
not
becomes
mere
the marshal.
entertainment. Let the challenger's blades speak for them.
If they can't face these machines, they're not worthy to be marshal.
I hear one of the Sky Clan
It's
contestants
clear
has an
Hikaru
injury.
isn't afraid of Regala, but perhaps he
That
should.
lowlander
The title
contestant has
marshal
already passed
must
his
be
memorial
earned with courage.
Take more than
So
courage.
much chatter, my goodness. That was
Mr.
crazy.
Cote, with his thugs, of course. Mr. Cote fixed his ego before coming here.
Easterner.
Didn't think the Sky Commander himself would be joining us today.
If there's a chance my challengers will be facing Regala, it is only right their commander join in their fate.
Or maybe you need to save face after what happened at the Bulwark.
Careful now. Sometimes sharp wits bring out sharp spears.
I'd save my spear for Regala's troops, if I were you.
so much trash talk from Aloy this time around. What? Okay. It zoomed me out quite a bit.
Okay. Hikaru's defenders should be at the end of this trench.
But we must hold. And look, we are not alone in this fight.
Okay. How was I supposed to get up here? What did I do wrong? Oh. What? I guess I was supposed to go around this. Okay. Maybe this way? Yep. What? Oh, a ladder. I missed a ladder. That's embarrassing. Ran right past it.
Focus on the machines. Take them down. And Regala's forces become no different from our own.
Yes, Chaplain.
That's why they
Watch
gave me
each
this
other's
armor.
backs.
They have heavy weapons up here
Dismissed.
for us to use. Maybe I should be using it.
Our soldiers are ready. They will defend the cool route from below. But from above...
Not bad. Where did you get it?
One of our squads ripped it off a fallen machine. The honor is yours. Regala may have her tricks, but you will show her our teeth.
Dana! The cool route is upon us! Our struggle demands new blood! New leaders! Release the quarry! Challengers, approach! All who take down a machine shall be named Marshal. Remember the 10. Strike from the air as they did and seize your glory.
Well, looks like... Yeah, you did. It was a really good one. So...
freaking happened? Why do you always do this out me? Oh, that's pretty cool. Good for winter.
Yeah, we just unlocked it for free. I found it. Yep.
Why you always do the cool stuff without me? Do all the boring stuff.
This leader guy of the Tanar
I'm whining, guys.
is really cool. Like,
Yeah.
they're doing their ritual. He's like, you know, honor the people that sacrificed at this place. That's why they do their naming of marshals here. This is where the 10 that they like honor died, sacrificing themselves to save humanity at that point in time, like whatever people lived here, right? So he's like, this is where we find our heroes, you know, too. So take down these machines, everyone that takes one down becomes a marshal kind of thing, and gives this cool epic speech, but now we're getting attacked. It's an ambush, which he knew, which is why he wanted us on board, and why he wanted us to bring as many people as we could with to help. So now it's time to fight back.
Oh, so we're in the middle of a fight. Wow.
And oh. Dang. Ugh. Yeah. I should have done the heavy weapon plus. I had the points to get it. Because they just gave me a free heavy weapon to use in this battle. And the armor they gave me, its power is it gives you extra boost to your heavy weapon damage. So it's like, man, if I had this perk, I would have been doing more damage than I will be, but whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and put their armor on that I just got.
Yeah, might as well.
Since it gives me the boost. Alright, here we go. Wait, how many shots do I have? Okay.
I will catch up on chat in just a second. I was letting Caleb talk to me about what was going on, but I guess I really honestly don't understand, to be honest. Don't think I know what's going on. Daytime said a lot, so I need to scroll on my phone because I can't even see all of them. Okay, just a moment. Daytime. I will check. Oh, nope. I will check on what you're saying real quick. Okay, you have a crazy story. I'm about to read it, so I'm sorry if I pause a lot because I'm reading it. Okay. Well, I just had one heck of a experience today while going for a walk at night. Ooh, okay, so you're walking at night. Have an experience. very curious on whether it's good or bad.
I read it. It was crazy.
Oh, really?
But yes, you can read it.
I was taking pictures of Christmas decorations when I saw a car and someone outside of it. Oh, someone outside of it. Okay. So saw a car, someone was outside of it. And she asked me, what street is this? I said, Haddon, or whatever, Avenue. And he said, what other street crosses this? Okay. And I said, Collins Avenue, and wow, this is loud. Just the shoot. I don't know if that probably doesn't turn it down on stream, but I'm just gonna turn it down for me. Just constant shooting. Okay. Then I said Collins Avenue, Collins. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. So you said cross street and street. Okay. Oh. Okay, something's happening. Just one moment. I'm gonna read this, I promise. Caleb just got this done really quickly. Oh, okay, never mind. Can't be all of them, it always says.
There.
Oh no, something's coming from the ground. One of those mold things, or...
I don't know.
No, we don't know what it is.
Get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out, get out. Oh my god, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
Hold the defenses! Go!
Why would you... Why are you trying to follow it?
Because it's going to where the leader is and where the other people are already fighting machines. Yep, so now they're going to have this thing too. Yeah, so they're already busy fighting machines, like to prove their honor and crap, but they've never seen this. We haven't seen it.
No, have we? I thought we dealt with like a mole creature type thing.
In the last game we definitely have, but...
No, I thought in this game. Like you were dealing with something that would dig underground and come back up. I thought maybe it was just one of those, but you're thinking not.
Yep, she used it to dig a hole in, so they're following behind it.
Whoa. Crazy, what? How?
Right?
How?
Moving so fast.
And also, the way they would have to climb that's insane. I don't like that.
Yeah.
If they had come through the gate, being like, we were waiting for it to destroy the gate, different. So different. Yeah, no, that was stupid. Like, it looks cool, but it was stupid. Not plausible. Oh, okay, but you did deal with one of these, right?
Yeah, at the very beginning.
Yeah, and he's super hard.
Yes.
Oh.
It spits acid.
Get to the weapon!
Right, so that guy just got, like, literally, like, just, oh, God.
Hey! That's right, over here, you big worm!
Take this thing down and catch up to Regala. Hopefully the Tanox will fire a few shots from that ballista.
Crazy.
I'm trying to remember what all it has. Like, what is it weak to?
Okay, sorry, let me finish your story. Okay, so you told this woman cross streets, and she said, she told somebody on the phone about it. The corner of, there's an elderly woman lying on the ground crying. I looked around the corner and I could see and hear an elderly woman moaning. Okay, so obviously they're like calling for help, okay, which is good. You know, hopefully the woman to get taken care of. Someone else got out of the car and ran up to them and said some things, and then something about a blanket. Someone ran to her with a blanket to cover her. The person on the phone said she's bleeding on the ground. Oh my god. What happened to this older woman? 2 ambulances and police cars pulled up. Only other thing I could do is point and say around the corner to the people who got out of their cars who didn't say anything to me. Okay, so you were just like standing there, people were like, what's going on? You're like, she's around the corner, she's like, oh. Because like you had no idea like what even happened. You didn't see this old woman, I assume, like there. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know what happened. It's scary. I wonder if she got hit by a car or something. This particular street has a no turn on red sign. Oh no. Yeah, And if she's older, you know, it's easier to damage, you know, like they don't heal very quickly. Their skin is more fragile, like, oh man. On the way back, a homeless guy asked me for $3.25 for bus fare. I gave him a 20. I couldn't just ignore him after barely having been able to do anything for the old woman. Aw, you can't feel any guilt. You have no idea what happened. She's around the corner. I've been watching Arcane, the Netflix cartoon. Arcane? I don't know if I'm saying that right. I've never heard of it. It's very much an adult cartoon of a kid. The kids wouldn't be able to get into the complex story variety. I wish I had more action and tone down the drama a bit. It seems someone burst into tears once per episode, but it's pretty much pretty compelling, and I've been enjoying it. I also wish it were a bit faster paced. Some things could be cut to save time. Oh, Ellis, check out my freaky story of the night. Game is kind of drowning you out, by the way, since this part's so loud. Yeah, sorry, I could have talked a little bit louder. I wasn't sure how loud that was comparative. It is a lot of, like, shooting and stuff. Sorry if you couldn't...
music's really loud right now.
Yeah, sorry if you couldn't hear me, or can't hear me right now. I can't really adjust because Caleb's, like, in the middle of this. It's so hard. We probably should turn down, like, the action parts versus, like, the talking. The talking's always so quiet in anything.
True.
Obviously, we have, like, a master volume, but in-game, usually you can turn down, like, sound effects or music or, you know, whatever, so we can try to tweak that. But yeah, basically, I read your story. I hope you don't feel guilty, because it's not like you could have done anything. Obviously, there were a lot of people there trying to help her, which is great. And you helped by being able to pinpoint where you guys were at, which is great, because obviously, like, even if, like, this happens and you see it happen, you might be in so much shock that it's like, you're like, I don't even know where I'm right now. Like, I don't even know where I am. So, like, you can't really, like, figure that out. You're just panicking. You're trying to tell, like, you know, responders where you are, but, like, you're not sure. So, like, you being able to be like, oh, yeah, this is where we are, that helped a lot for them to be able to get there as soon as possible. So, you honestly did your part. I hope that the lady is okay. It's awful. Hit and runs. I feel for that. I was just in a car accident on Friday. Barely anything. She just basically bumped me, but it's gonna cost me like $2,500 to fix it, which sucks. Because it was, like I said, barely a bump. Luckily, I'm glad it was only a bump. She basically, yeah, we were trying to turn right onto like a really busy street, and oh, nice. Cool, took care of myself. Yeah, but where did they go? They went inside?
Finally. I hate those things. Regala went after Hikaru and Kotallo.
Yes, I hate
I
those
gotta get
things
to them.
Yeah, so I was trying to turn right onto a very busy street. So I was waiting my turn, and the car in front of me went. So then I was gonna turn, and I was waiting for cars to clear, but because I went forward, she thought, I guess, I had enough clearance to go too. And I don't like to risk that kind of thing, because I don't want to cut it close or freak anybody out. So I wait more patiently than other people, I think. I don't like getting it in close to people. So I didn't go yet, but she thought I did. I'm guessing she was on her phone and wasn't paying attention and just saw my movement, you know, like in her like peripheral vision. And so like she just inches forward so that she can then go and look for a place to go. And, well, she bumped into me because I was still there. She had no idea I was still there. She felt really bad. She plans on paying me back, but it sucks because I'm going to have to go several days without my car, and that's literally what I do for a living right now. Like, I drive with Uber and Lyft, and so having days with literally out my car, that's like, I mean, that's hundreds of dollars worth of not being able to work, which really sucks. So I'm glad she's willing to, like, well, like, we haven't gotten paid yet, but like she's trying to work for the money because that's a lot of money to drop. Nobody has $2,500 to just drop on a car. Like, we don't, you know, we can't just like fix that willy-nilly. So like, I'm glad she's trying to work and like get me the money, but it sucks because it's still gonna cost me like time and money. Like that, it just sucks. It just sucks. And hopefully, because she has no insurance, because she, like, the insurance she handed me, she was like, hey, I don't know if I'm on this insurance anymore. She was like, it's my ex's insurance. And so yeah, it lapsed. She was not on it anymore. And she didn't even have her like driver's license, but she did give me her phone number. She gave me like her insurance, like old insurance, so I had her like first name and last name, so I do have that. And the phone number. She's called me from it several times, giving me updates on stuff and everything, and we were talking about quotes for the car, and so like she's been very forthcoming and like seems like an honest person. It just makes me nervous though, still, just because people are people and people make me nervous. I'm just glad she didn't like hit me and try to just like run. You know, like she stayed, even though she wasn't even sure if she had insurance, even if she wasn't sure she could pay for it. Honestly, we both were thinking it was only going to be like a few $100s, just because it was barely anything. But because of what broke that you can't even see, it's going to cost quite a bit, which really sucks.
Champion, get to the chief!
I heard you, but yeah, it does get loud during actions. Yeah, just like the movies. Yep, exactly. It's literally like the same thing as movies. Like, voices are always so quiet, so you turn it up. But then as soon as an action scene happens or a dramatic whatever, like the music, the fighting, it's always so loud. And you're like, you have to turn back down the TV. It's so annoying. I hate it. I truly do. I literally lost. You literally lost your ability to do your job from that. Yeah, it really sucks because also I was on the way to a customer. So I had to cancel that ride, so I didn't get that money even though I was heading towards that ride because like I canceled it. And because of it, Lyft knew that I was in an accident because I had to report that on why I was canceling. So they had to like suspend me until they could see the damage and evaluate it and see if I was gonna fix it. And luckily they didn't take them too long to be like, okay, yeah, that's not a huge accident, it's not that big of a deal, but you should get it fixed because it could affect your ratings. Because, you know, if you have a trash car, people are not gonna want to get in it. They go like, you know, if they see you're in an accident, they're gonna be like, oh, they might not be a safe driver, they might not trust you as much. So I can see why it would reflect badly. But that's still, it was on a Friday. Friday is my biggest day of the week. It seems to be consistently busy all day versus the other days of the week. I usually go out in the mornings, afternoons, and nights because of how much money I can make on that day versus all the other days of the week. So it really sucked that I literally got hit at 8:30 in the morning, so I couldn't do anything about the rest of the day because I was suspended. And then I also had to like call people for quotes and like figure out all of this stuff, and it was just awful. It's such a waste of a day, so it just really sucks.
Katalo!
Luckily that week I had worked a little extra during the week, so I didn't like lose too much out on my paycheck because I had like worked on days that I normally don't, or hours that I normally don't. So just worked out last week, although I thought I was gonna get extra money working extra, but no, I just shifted on when I could work. This is a dramatic scene, but I'm not even realizing what's going on.
This isn't finished! I'll be back with everything I have!
This wasn't everything?
And all who stand
Why
with
did you come with
Hekarro
only some of it?
will be
Not a good
one
leader
red.
right there.
No.
How many of your people died right now? How many of those machines you captured that people died probably trying to capture got destroyed? Like,
At attention.
What are you doing?
You fought well. Proved yourself against enemies both metal and flesh. I name you all Marshal. Your first order is to secure the arena from any remaining rebels. Go. I failed. I should have finished Regalla. But now she'll be back with more machines. Stronger than ever.
How?
I'll do what I can.
Can't be possible.
No, you've done enough. Far more than our bargain called for. When we first met, You spoke of your true mission on which all depends. I wasn't certain if I believed you then, but I believe in you now. So leave me and get to your task.
What will you do?
Tend to the wounds. What you need is there. Take it. Your deeds today will be remembered like those of the 10.
Now, is that a mod for my spear? Is that what she's gonna do? That's usually what she does when she gets something like this. Oh no. It's just one of those.
Aether's below.
So I should not just jump down there.
Why?
I should take that ladder.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were gonna try to loot before you
Oh
went.
my god.
What?
Look how deep down it
Yeah.
is if I was wait. Oh yeah, I should loot.
I didn't know, yeah, like if you were gonna be back up here anytime soon, so I didn't know if there was any loot that you were gonna be.
I don't
usually...
think there is because
okay.
she just
yeah,
ran away
usually
like a little chicken.
you just like loot the whole place, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I fought things to get here, and then by the time we got here, it was basically just her left because we slaughtered all her guys.
What was this place?
Newer cars are required by law to have automatic emergency braking. I hope crap like this becomes super rare once everyone has a newer car. Yeah, it's definitely helpful. It's not perfect, and it doesn't always do, like, weren't you saying that, like, some of, was it Elon's cars that don't even brake for people?
Oh yeah, because he wants it to drive more like a human and not so much like a robot. So, you know, they sometimes intentionally have it, you know, ignore things that it should train because they don't want it to drive too much like a robot. That would be fun.
Crazy.
Yeah. So somebody did a test with the Cybertruck to see how good it was at recognizing things because, you know, it's a vehicle that's brand new from Tesla, but it's using the same self-driving tech as the other ones, right? So how well does it perform? And they would put like full-size human mannequins out there and it just crushed them. And didn't even show it as a human. I think it recognized it as some other just object. Like, I can't remember what it put in there, what it thought it was, but yeah.
Come on, Ethan.
It was pretty bad.
Time to go home. Yes. Elizabeth Sobek. Alpha Prime.
Master override activated. Restoring ether subordinate function to original code.
So now I'm gonna have to bring this code back to Gaia, upload it into her physically, and then clear it out. Because basically, the container that I have, obtained kernel, it's only big enough to hold the kernels. I can't, like, load more than one at a time on it. So I'm gonna have to go back to her now, upload this, and then move on to the next one.
Right. I assume it was an older car that hit her. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's probably better with the automatic emergency braking, but it's not perfect. It really does depend on the car. And like you said, it does definitely need to be newer.
This must be the vision that
I wonder how new is that? Just the last 2 years? 1 year? I don't even know.
Oh my god, it was the White House.
And this one just arrived.
So
now we know where we are.
The visions throughout the grove are different now.
Forbidden
and
what?
This one is
Wait,
this is a memorial. Like,
okay.
Like a museum.
Visions have changed.
That's the one that inspired Chief Hekarro.
More testimony of the old ones.
Hear now the words that reunited a people. Following the tragic events of the war, Anne Faraday, the chief architect of the reconciliation effort, addressed a nation in need of hope.
If we look into the future, the lens of the recent past, our fears loom.
Why do all the women have the same haircut?
Wars waged against machines.
They had a hard time imagining the future of Female haircuts, I
Storms
guess.
that drive us from our homes. But true courage means facing those fears with conviction instead of cynicism.
Yes, they're
Leading the
a-hole.
peacekeeping effort with these brave
I like that. That's so lazy. They literally gave them all the same haircut. Like, exactly. Like, just different hair colors. That's so lazy.
That when we are united, we can overcome any threat.
Well,
Join me.
the only thing I can say is
The men do not have uniform haircuts.
I know that doesn't make sense that they don't, but I bet there are not barbers around.
Sure,
but so they should all have more unkempt hair, just generally. Is what
Yes.
they should have. Yeah,
But-
instead of such style.
Even the women, like, it was exactly the same exact strands.
Oh
That's
no,
what I
no,
did.
I'm with you. It was very
lazy.
And it's weird because they didn't do that with all of these characters out in
Yeah.
the wild. Like, there's lots of hairstyles.
Right.
So
yeah, somebody got lazy. I just don't like that. I mean, it brings you out of it. It like takes you out of like the cinematic like viewing of everything.
they probably it was probably something they forgot to do. They probably just put it together and they're like, we'll
Yeah, I
get back
could
to this
see
and
that.
update the hairstyles later. But at least
with
we
you.
have like the
But
basic thing
Hikaru
put
needs
together.
you.
Because of you, he has new marshals. And a rallying cry the clans cannot ignore. So I will stand with you on your mission.
Oh.
Give whatever is left of my life. It is what I choose.
How can I say no to that? Zoe, there's someone who wants to join us. I need you to meet him in the foothills and guide him the rest of the way.
Will do, Aloy.
Oh
Go
yeah,
to the
Gaia
mountains,
hooked us up.
west of Plainsong.
Like Aloy had a bunch of them,
A friend
and
of
Gaia
mine will
hooked them
meet
up
you
so
on
we
the
can
ascent.
communicate with each other on them.
That's nice.
I'll join you when I can.
A friend of yours. Should be interesting.
But I need to go back there, so why am I not guiding him myself?
Back to Gaia.
Is what I want to know.
You just don't want to have to. Like, you just don't want any company.
I'm too lazy.
No, you just don't like social
No,
interaction.
that's true. She is very antisocial. I mean, so much so that even he knows it. He's like, a friend of yours? Well, this will be interesting.
Blood of the Ten, Aloy. Regala denied. The truth of the visions revealed. I doubt you have enough skin to mark all your deeds.
We'll just have to remember them then.
Well, thanks to you, the chief still lives. And hope remains. But that's not why I wanted to speak with you. I need a favor. A personal one. My grandson, Kavo. He was not counted among the dead, which means he must still be with Regala's remaining forces.
He was taken prisoner.
No. He joined them willingly. Like many young soldiers who seek to mark their skin with distinguished deeds. I must search for him. Convince him to come home. Chief Hikaru cannot spare any soldiers for this task, so my blade is alone in this. Unless you'd be willing to join me. I know it is much to ask after all you've done for us. But Kavo is the last of my blood.
You said Kavo's your last living relative?
Yes. Before Chief Hikaru, the clans warred constantly with each other. Every skirmish claimed another comrade. One by one, I buried my children. And then their children.
I'm sorry.
I tried to vent my grief on the battlefield, but I never found comfort there. Only in the wisdom of the visions. And even so, I still couldn't prevent Kavo from following the trail of blood.
If Kavo joined Regala's rebellion of his own accord, will Hikaru let him back into the tribe?
The chief knows the value of mercy and the toll of unending bloodshed. It's the rest of the tribe I'm more concerned about. They won't quickly accept someone who betrayed them. Even with my support, it won't.
Yeah, honestly, lady, I would only do this for the XP. I'm not on board with this. Like, Hikaru literally just said I should have killed her when I had the chance.
If I can.
About
Where do we
Regala.
start?
A while back, our scouts
Good, I
reported
mean.
Tavo's squad left one of Regala's outposts in the hills to the south. His squad never returned, but the scouts also spotted one of our own being held captive there.
So we'll start at the outpost. If we free the prisoner, maybe they'll know where Kevo's squad went.
Shall we head out?
I have some other things to take care of first. I can meet you there.
I'll wait for you on the hill.
It's nice they give you the option though, like you can run off together to go do it, or
until then,
meet up.
Strike true.
Lady, you're gonna be waiting a while probably.
Yup, she's last on the list.
Yeah, because like that is a dumb quest. I'm not on board with that. Sorry, if your grandson wants to go willingly murder his own people,
right,
then he can do it all alone.
Okay, I imagine whoever hit the old woman thought, oh crap, I'm in trouble if anyone knows I did this, and ran off. Oh yeah, that's literally one. Well, I think like they think, okay, I'll get in trouble in a lot of ways. Like it's like financially, criminally, like all these things, you know, because it's like
your strength and generosity again.
it'd have to be reported.
Just tell
Your
her to
insurance
go
could go
straight to
up. You'd have to pay for her hospital bills. You could get sued, like all this stuff, you know.
You need the arena?
They were just saving their butts.
That's true.
That's all it was. So they didn't care that they hurt a woman or just
They use it for
anyone.
training. Herd in machine so our soldiers can experience the glory of the kill in a controlled setting. Which, of course, boosts morale. But Chief Hikaru won't let us reopen the arena until the ballista protecting the field is repaired.
We need it in case the machine
yep.
runs amok, and it was damaged during the coal route. The parts
I
we
know.
need
I planned on using
I
it.
get it. You need me to hunt down some machines and
That's
grab the
literally what
parts.
Aloy said, like,
We'd
oh,
ask
I'll lure
someone
it to
else,
you
but
guys.
every
I think it was to
squad
these
is
two
on
people
alert.
specifically,
But the
maybe.
task is
Maybe
not
not,
without
but like,
compensation, right,
no, maybe
Kala?
not.
Of
But
course.
some of the warriors
Once
fighting
the
down there,
arena
like,
is
get out
open
of here,
again,
get to the
I would be
ballista, I'm gonna
honored to
pull it to the
invite you to
ballista. And then you guys
wide
take it
variety
out,
of
and then the
machines
first thing
will
it
be
does when you damage it is it
And
goes
I
to the
will
ballista
award
and
you
crushes
prizes
it.
for victory, not
So it's
just
not
from the
that
arena,
dummy.
but also for medals won at hunting grounds. You'll be able to trade them for some of the tribe's very best gear.
To fix the ballista, we'll need a sinew from a rollerback, along
That's
with some
right.
bristleback tusks.
You do
Both
these
kinds of
hunting
machines have been
grounds, and then
spotted
you
near
can
our
trade your
campfire.
metals.
It's crazy how many
Good
women you
weapons.
keep running into that like are trying to offer you like these awesome
On the
things,
northeast side of
you
the
know?
Yeah.
Crazy.
I'll see
Because you
what
had
I
those
can do.
two like sister
more
chicks
thing.
earlier that were
If you're
like,
going
"Oh,
back
we'll
into the
do your
wilds,
armor
I
or
have
something
another
like
duty
that."
tied to our soldiers' morale. A regrettable one. Every Tenakth soldier carries a tag carved with their squad symbol. Rebels have been hoarding the tags of the soldiers they kill. You might find such tags at any enemy outpost. If you do, bring them to me. I'll make sure they're returned to the soldier squad mates and loved ones. Having confirmation sometimes soothes their grief. And there are bounties involved, if that matters to you.
Thank you, champion. And please don't forget the parts for the ballista.
Okay. No one wants to be that person who hit someone. Yeah, no.
It's this axe throwing into the tree. I just heard him go, yeah.
Yeah.
Look over and you hear the thunk. Oh, spear. Never mind.
Okay.
Aren't you supposed to be on guard duty?
I told you she'd be amenable.
You also told me the ballista wouldn't break again. So there is that.
I love it.
I've been trying out my car's
Guess I need to head southeast to find that roller.
partial self-driving features and really liking them. Even turning on the smart cruise control while on a regular town street at 25 miles is slows to the stop if the okay, interesting.
Yeah,
if the car
like
in front of me
adaptive
stops.
cruise control stuff.
Yeah. How new was your car? Is it 24 or is it 23? It slows to a stop if the car in front of me stops and speeds back up once it is out of the way. Okay. Oh, and what's ironic is that minutes before that happened, there were 2 cop cars on that road just sitting there at, dang, in 2 particular locations as if guarding something. So that hit and run may have happened shortly after they were gone, or even while they were there. Oh, that's crazy.
Dang.
Yeah, 2024. That's what I figured. I was like, it has to have been like really a recent car, because I feel like that's very new, because I haven't really heard much about that. So I know they've been trying to develop this stuff, but I feel like it's not becoming a common thing up until very recently, like in all cars, you know what I mean? Because that's like Elon, I don't know who else, but definitely Elon Musk has been trying to do self-driving or, you know, more protective stuff for a while. I'm sure other cars have too. It's just not as heard of because freaking Elon, you know, he always gets talked about. And I just assume that is going to definitely be like the next thing that all cars are trying to upgrade to, because honestly, other than that, what else are they trying to upgrade? Like, cars are not that special anymore. Like, there's nothing to be like more safety unless it's that, like, trying to literally save somebody's life, you know, make sure you don't bump into people, or, you know, all that kind of stuff. And I mean, like, even cars themselves, like, you know, short, like if they stop short, it stops you short, you know what I mean? What?
You didn't even get to see all this, like the base.
You're not waving a
With
hammer
Gaia.
around, Aaron.
Yeah, that's
Try
all a
a
little bit, and
gentler
then
touch.
And my big sausage fingers don't really do gentle, okay?
They're all
Bring it
trying to
back.
learn.
Trace the line to your right. Other right.
I just saw it. It's the one Aloy found up north. Gotcha. They call it a concussion beat party or something. Yeah, now that's music.
Aloy! Erend, you're all better. And you're here.
Well, the world only goes on if you can do your thing. We learn fast enough, we help make that happen. You want all the backup you can get, right?
We still have much training to do, of course. One does not become hunter in a day.
Each seed grows at a pace of its own. Doesn't mean it won't bloom. You should know your Tanakh friend arrived.
Kotallo.
I heard their warriors drink people's blood. I want to sleep with one eye open.
I think he's seen enough blood for a lifetime.
I showed him to one of the rooms. He seems to appreciate the privacy.
Looks like you've got things under control. I should get this to Gaia.
Right. We'll keep on training. Catch up as fast as we can.
I'm seeing glyphs in my dreams already.
Well, while you've been off gallivanting around, I've been working with Gaia to find out more about the land gods. So from where I'm standing, you're in need of some training. Come along.
Okay.
Okay.
I think it was that them just both acknowledging like that was awkward. Like, should we say something? And she's like, no, just don't.
Like, leave it.
Yeah.
As it is.
I'm telling you, it's a drink, but it's soft.
How is it soft?
It says here it had bubbles in it.
Well, we can't expect to make sense out of everything the old ones say.
This is funny. This is funny. Aaron fighting with it all the time.
Hey.
Hey.
A nice place.
Well, it's not like I built it or anything.
Right. Well, I can see why you had your doubts about bringing us along. It is a lot to take in. But, don't worry. That's nothing I can't handle.
Right. I guess you know what we're up against by now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. When Varl first told me those bastards come from the stars, I thought he'd eaten too many of those medicinal berries. Yeah, but I've gotten used to seeing impossible things, thanks to you. I just wish they weren't always trying to kill us.
Yeah, you and me both. I see Varl gave you a focus.
Well, it doesn't look as fashionable on me, but by the Forge, the things I've been able to see. Granted, a lot of them are bad, you know, the old world ending and such. I'm still trying to wrap my head around most of it, but I never really understood how you were ever able to find my sister back in the Sundom. And now I do, sort of. It makes me feel like I could be useful, you know?
It takes some time, but yeah. How are you settling in?
Varl's been helping me get the lay of the land, when he's not getting all tongue-tied. I don't know who makes him more nervous, that Gaia lady or our new Utaru friend.
Well, what about the Vanguard? Aren't you supposed to be back east, ordering them around?
I sent some of them back to Meridian with a message. I doubt Avad will mind me sticking around to help the savior of Meridian.
Nah, that was pretty smart. Wait, why does it say I can ask again?
So, you've met our new Tanakh friend.
Interesting.
He's,
It's separate.
quiet. I thought his people were supposed to be bloodthirsty maniacs.
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Yeah. Well, I guess if you trust him, so do I.
Another?
So, Talana came by the base?
Yeah, more like rushed through. I was hoping she'd stay for a drink at least. Only Carja I've ever met who's any fun. But it seemed like she had more pressing matters to attend to.
Interesting.
I have to go.
I guess it's back to reading.
Wow, this place is starting to come alive.
Yeah, and Gaia placed all the data she got from your focus into that archive room. With the focuses you gave us, we'll be able to access it at our own pace. You know, learn and train. And if you need us, we'll be there to fight at your side.
Got it. Thanks, Varl. Looks like I was wrong about the Zeniths. Their ship didn't explode on its way to Sirius like everyone thought.
And we saw how they lied about creating a better future at their launch facility. Guess they lied about what happened to their ship, too. But still,
yeah, these people are just a
tribe
bunch of
settled amongst
liars.
The stars.
I couldn't put a single dent in their shields, Varl. That one Zenith almost killed me.
That didn't stop you from resurrecting Gaia. Won't stop us from using Hephaestus against them.
Let's hope that's enough.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that.
How's
We're trying to...
training with Zoe?
You know we really are training. Mostly. Look, she reads glyphs faster than I can already. I'd be a fool to refuse her help.
Of course.
There's a follow-up to that. That's so funny.
You guys reading something over there?
We just finished going through all the logs you collected back
But
in
yeah, I
Nora
forgot
territory.
that,
and All Mother Mountain. It's
Gaia
hard to
thinks
imagine
we
that
can,
my ancestors were trapped
once we
inside
overtake
without knowledge
Hephaestus,
from Apollo to guide
that
them.
we can use it against
Ted
the
Furrow.
Zeniths to make them
Yeah.
vulnerable.
I wonder how it must have felt when they were finally free. The world must have seemed so beautiful.
Not to mention terrifying. They weren't much more than kids.
And they became an entire tribe.
Yeah.
I'm guessing you've spoken with Kotallo?
I wanted to pay my respects for those who fell when we were ambushed at the embassy. Told him I'd never seen anyone throw themselves at a machine like he did. He said a warrior shouldn't be praised for fulfilling their duty. For a second I thought I was talking to my mother. Never thought a Tanakh and a Nora war chief could have so much in common.
I'm guessing Talana didn't stay for long?
You got that right. Makes you wonder what this Amadis guy did to grab her attention.
Whatever it was, she didn't tell me.
Must be quite a
She's
story.
crazy.
I guess she'll tell
She's
us
a
when she's
scary
ready.
chick for sure.
How's everyone handling their focus?
And we all have our difficult moments. Erend definitely curses the most. But I'm hoping Oseram's stubbornness prevails.
How's everyone doing?
Just taking it all in. No one snapped their bowstrings yet.
Think you can hold the fort while I'm gone?
If Erend stops listening to the same music over and over again, maybe. We'll be fine.
It's kind of messed up to say I have to go and then talk to his girlfriend that's right next to him. Like,
Varl
look at
looks
this. I
happy
have to
about
go.
his training partner.
Learning is best done together.
He's right there in the
Have
background.
you gone back to Plainsong at all?
I thought about it, but I wouldn't know what to tell them. The chorus already thinks me a thorn in the thicket. If they knew what we did to Fa, even if they understood, there'd be little they could grasp about all this. No. For now, I must leave the tribe behind.
Did Gaia tell you anything about the Zeniths?
She did, though it wasn't exactly easy to believe. To think that there are places among the stars where life can bloom as it does here, it is humbling, to say the least, and heartbreaking.
She
that
is
such
so
life
much
should be
deeper
bent
than
on
the
destroying
guys.
ours.
Not that they're like characters are
Right,
lacking
right.
depth. Like, they're good characters. They've done a good job, but just like the way she thinks about everything, it's so funny.
Gaia was kind enough to put together a list of glyphs used by the Old Ones. She helped me decipher some of the data you've collected and showed me how to use the focus to help the process. It's not easy, but it's been working so far.
That's good to hear.
Coming up with their own methods of how to learn faster and whatnot. Yep.
I see you've settled in.
Gaia did say this place was built for us, so we could regain control of our lands with her terraforming system. Nurture them like the land gods do Plainsong's fields. It does strike me as odd that a place of life should have so much metal.
Sounds like you met my friend Talana.
Yes, the Karja Huntress. I haven't seen armor like hers since the Red Raids, but Varl tells me that she too suffered at the hands of the Mad Sun King.
Yeah. She's one of the good ones. Trust me. You've spoken with Kotallo?
A few words. Tenakth don't have much use for us outsiders. You must have made quite the impression for him to offer his fealty.
So you've been talking to Gaia?
Yes. She was kind enough to take me through some of the history of the Old Ones, including their demise and the heroic actions of her creator, Elizabeth Sobek. I was surprised to see she was you. Past, but reborn? Not that I claim to understand how.
You've been getting to know Erend, I assume?
Of course. Any friend of Varl's is a friend of mine. In this case, a very loud friend.
Everyone has a backhanded compliment about him.
So, how does a tribe like the Utaru manage to maintain the peace with
I guess I never asked this
warriors like the
earlier.
Tenakth?
By holding them off. When our fields bloomed aplenty, the Tenakth looked upon our lands with envy. But Plainsong's dishes provided sanctuary and high ground to keep invaders at bay. In the end, even the Tenakth saw sense in a truce. The Utaru promised to provide the Tenakth with food from our crops every year. In exchange, the Tenakth would relinquish one of their own, a veteran, to train the Utaru in combat. This custom was abandoned a few years after the derangement. But some veterans still remain in the plains.
That's cool.
Right, I should probably go.
I shall
Would've
return
been
to our
good to
training
have asked
then.
that earlier, but oh well.
Aloy, we've gathered some supplies in that chest. Take what you need.
Ooh. Nah. I got excited.
I wonder what it's like, being in space.
It sounds very lonely, if you ask me.
Looks like this room's changed.
Wow.
Is that your doing, Gaia?
This is like our custom workshop.
I have repurposed the displays to track the cauldrons you have acquired data from.
Oh. So as I do more cauldrons, I get more like upgrades to the base as well as hacking more machines. This is where we can fabricate things.
Nice.
So this is where we can learn, like I can learn this override, but I have to acquire the parts of the machine. See, antlers and its nerve. I bring it here, put it in. Now I can hack the machine. Yep. Ooh.
I beat Squirrel with a gun. I got all 56 golden acorns and all reload upgrades. I didn't 100 it, as I did feel like getting...
Aloy. It's good to see you.
Didn't feel like getting the outfits.
Guessing you've got a lot of questions.
I've been told of our enemy and their intentions. Your friends showed me to the vision you keep in this place, Gaia, and gave me this focus. I don't pretend to fully understand everything, but all I really need to know is where to train and when to fight.
Welcome to the team, then.
Do you want to finish?
No, it's okay.
Daytime?
Keep going.
You can.
Didn't feel like getting the outfits. I think they look stupid, and the camera filters. It did not take a long time, 10 hours for me, but then I was trying to get a lot of the stuff, and I was learning its structure as I went. You would probably take shorter time with some guidance. Guidance definitely, but I don't know. I like the 100% thing, so it might take me longer. I don't know. It just depends, I guess, on the 100% kind of thing. But yeah, I definitely like, I don't know, I feel like I would take longer than that 10 hours.
You like to take your time and really like enjoy the game, get immersed in it.
What are you looking at
But still,
over there?
even then, that's not that long of a game. That could be a good one.
Right. Shows me. So, I thought I'd try to understand the weapon you intend to use against the enemy. This Hephaestus, it will be able to make machines that answer to Gaia?
Yes.
How many?
As many as we need.
Such power. Has the world ever seen the like?
Yeah, can you imagine?
Now that you know who the enemy is, do you have
What's her
any
name?
questions?
Regala is over here like,
I'll
I'm
admit,
stealing some
I find
machines to
them
fight
hard
them,
to
and we're like,
grasp.
yeah, we're gonna try to just fire up the forges and produce them.
Invulnerable.
For now.
I will leave the strategy to you. I trust you will point my blade where it will cut the deepest.
What do you think of our squad?
They seem eager to fight. Though I admit it is strange to see an Utaru in the ranks. Farmers don't make for effective soldiers.
She seemed pretty effective when she took out the machines that were guarding this base.
Interesting. Perhaps I am mistaken.
I don't know why, but this guy kind of reminds me of Philip a little bit. Like his face and everything, and like, I don't know.
I should go.
He's just like pretty brief,
Feel free
you know?
to check in on Hikaru.
Like just
and
gets
the
to the
people.
point.
Doors
Yeah, he
always
seems to
open
play
here.
harder than...
I will.
Sure,
May the
sure.
10 walk
I
with
mean,
you.
if Philip lost an arm while serving,
I don't
then maybe
think
this
he
would
would be
Philip.
like this.
No.
No, he's too much of a goofball.
Yeah, that's true. He does have a goofball in him. For sure. Oh. Alright. I guess I talked to everybody, so let's go talk to Gaia. Did you even see me, like, talk?
Yeah, just a little bit, and then I
Okay.
had to go, or
I
whatever.
couldn't remember, yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Aloy. When you're ready, please merge ether with me.
There's that.
Afterwards, I must discuss an important matter with you.
Great. Probably that they got a copy that they're working on, or something, is my guess. Because that's also
I
what
could
they were
see
trying
that.
to do. They were trying to make their own copy of Gaia and control it using their copy of Aloy. Or, I mean,
Yeah, right.
Elizabeth.
Clone.
Yeah. So,
So, what did you want to discuss?
While you were away, I received an unusual transmission on my dedicated Aletheia frequency.
Aletheia. That's one of the sub-functions you couldn't detect before.
Yes.
Which means it's on
The
lock.
transmission occurred so slowly that at first it seemed like an accidental blip of data amongst background static. Once I noticed this irregularity, it took some time to collate the complete message.
Where does it lead?
Coordinates and beware.
To a mountain to the northwest of this facility. A word of caution, Aloy. It is possible this transmission is genuine. It is also possible it is being broadcast by someone or something else.
You don't think it's actually Eleuthia?
I am uncertain.
What's SOS?
It is an old world code. A distress signal. A desperate plea for help.
Why would Eleuthia send a coded transmission on a frequency only the two of you can communicate on?
I believe it was done as a precaution to avoid detection, or at least to create the appearance of the desire to do so. I am also uncertain why Eleuthia would expect that I would be able to detect and respond to its distress signal at all. As far as it is aware, I no longer function.
Okay, so either Eleuthia is in trouble and sent the message hoping you were out there, or someone else is trying to get us to go to these coordinates, pretending to be Eleuthia.
That is my conclusion as well.
Could the Zeniths be sending the transmission?
According to the data I reviewed on your focus, the Zeniths recovered the other Gaia root kernel in the Hades Proving Lab. It is feasible they used it to gain access to my internal frequencies.
So, maybe they sent it thinking you'd respond and reveal your location.
Possibly. However, the transmission is highly irregular. If they intended to provoke me into revealing myself, I would expect the communication to be more routine.
Right. So maybe it's not them then. You said the coordinates lead to a mountain to the northwest. What's there?
I have no record of anything of note in that vicinity.
Okay, and what about the other number in the message? 237. Any idea what that means?
I have queried my available databases, but it does not appear to have any significance. Perhaps its meaning can only be understood at the indicated coordinates.
All right, I'll go to the coordinates and check out the source of the transmission.
All by yourself? Ha! No way.
I included Erend and Varl in this briefing via their
Of course.
I concur that you should not investigate this alone.
What if it's a trap?
Of course it could be a trap. But if it really is Eleuthia, then it's in trouble, and I need to bring it back. Don't worry. I'll be careful and...
We're coming with you.
No question.
Fine. Go grab your things.
We'll wait for you at the west exit, in case you need to upgrade your gear.
Should we? Is that a hint?
Yeah, definitely putting a hint in. For sure. What is this, though?
Gaia? What is this?
It is a control console for a drone-based imaging system connected to this
Huh.
dome. I will transmit the relevant data to your focus.
Huh. So this Cyclops is a network of drones to monitor the deteriorating biosphere conditions. I guess it was meant to display on the dome, but the drones aren't connected anymore. If I find the drones out in the wilds, I could get the data from them, use it to reconnect them and restore the display.
Error. Drone feed disconnected. Error. Data missing. Error. Drone offline.
Interesting. Does she have more to talk about?
Aloy.
That was sneaky of you, patching in Varl and Aaron to our conversation.
I am pleased you accepted their help. Is there something you wish to discuss before you depart?
How's Kotallo doing?
I detect that the loss of his arm still deeply pains him, though he has not voiced his thoughts. I may be able to assist in his recovery, should he be interested.
Really? I'm sure he will be. How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it.
So,
and Zoe
being
seem to like
smart.
spending
Well,
time
maybe
together.
we can do something in between that's not
While
that.
studying old world data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
After
How's
I'm done
Aaron
talking to
handling
her,
things?
He is becoming increasingly
Yeah, you could just like start
accustomed to
heading
his
over there or whatever,
mindfulness.
but while I check up,
After an initial
catch up on
incident.
chat, but
yeah.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess.
I can do these another time. Okay, I already asked all those, so yeah.
I guess I should get going.
As you say, be well, Aloy.
okay. It's a $20 game. The graphics aren't bad, but they're like a set flip graphics. What does that mean? Asset flip? What does that mean? Meaning they were probably bought from a graphics store. I still don't know what that means. What does that mean? What are the graphics? Like a set flip? Like what? Like it's a $20 game. The graphics aren't bad, but I don't know what he's talking about. I'm confused. I just assumed you would know what he's talking about.
Oh.
What does that mean?
I don't know, it just sounds like some sort of like pre-canned, like just plug this into your game and it will handle the graphics layer for you. I don't know.
No, like he's saying like the game like bought
someone's rearranged
the
stuff in
graphics
here.
from a store. Is that a thing? Like the graphics aren't bad, but he thinks that somebody else like I don't understand. I just thought you would understand what he was talking about because you know tech and you know video games and stuff. I'm sorry,
Well,
I
it's
get
fair.
frustrated when I don't understand things.
Rust helped me make it. When I finished my training. Feels like so long ago now.
It's hilarious. The squirrel is animated super well. Oh yeah, you said that the squirrel is great.
Elizabeth's pendant with me for
But the humans never change facial expressions and have cheap, almost doll-like animations, which makes the violence against them look funny instead of serious. No blood or anything either. But yeah, I assume it's supposed to be a like funny game, so that's okay that they have a cartoonish reaction. You know, like that's a part of it, right?
That Vashav gave me at the embassy.
What is she searching for?
This is her room. They're just, she's just being nostalgic.
I think he was really looking forward to going home.
Gotcha.
It looks like they, like, her friends collected her stuff and kind of set this up for her.
Nice bed.
I know, right?
Oh yeah, I'm writing a review of it. I'm polishing it up, but if you're interested to read it, here's the current form. The review is at, will it update as you, oh, you did a Google Docs. Okay, you didn't like post it online yet. Okay, I see. Oh, some cheaply made games literally buy their graphics instead of creating them, but I don't know what that means. What do you mean by buy their graphics? I'm sorry. I'm just confused. And I'm sorry that I sound frustrated. I'm not frustrated with
you. Said the
you.
data here was lost.
I'm literally frustrated with the fact that I don't understand what you're talking about.
You have acquired in your travels.
I don't like it when I don't understand things or can't comprehend what you're talking about.
Chocolate frosting.
I do that all the time with Caleb. I get frustrated when we're not on the same page. Like, he'll be trying to describe something like musically and I have no clue what he's talking about. And so I try to put it in terms that I can understand, you know, because I have a very different world than he does. Like, or even if he's trying to talk sports and stuff, but like sometimes I literally cannot ever get on the same page because like he doesn't know how to describe it in a way that I'll understand. And I don't know how to try to relate it in a way that I understand that he can understand why I understand in the way I understand it. And it's just very hard. There are people who create graphics and sell them on stores for game developers to buy. But like, what is that? Because like, what does that mean, Caleb? What does that mean? Can you explain that a different way? There are people who create graphics and sell them on stores for game developers to buy. What does that mean? Because wouldn't you have to buy... Like, wouldn't you have to, like, if you're not going to code everything from the ground up, wouldn't you have to start with something anyways? Isn't that just, like, I don't understand.
Yes, but, like, lots of places, people will, like, just do their own from the ground up. That does happen in a lot of places.
But, like, if they're buying, like, what are they buying? What are they buying from the store? Like, what graphics? Like, what does that mean? How do they edit it from there? Like, what does that mean? Like, what are they buying?
I don't know, just whatever graphics that they would like to add into their game.
But like, what do they get when they buy graphics? What does that mean? Like, what are you getting when you buy it from somebody?
You'd just be buying code basically to insert into your game.
And how would you know how to edit that for yourself? Would they tell you what language they put it in? Would they give you just like where it's like Roblox, where you can just have a menu where you edit your own game? Like, is it like that, or is it like I don't understand like what the degree of like how like what you're buying is.
Yeah, I mean, I think you could probably do like you could probably buy just straight up code to insert, but you could also probably get more like a plugin.
What's a plugin?
You just,
Why are you smiling like that?
It's like a whole new can of worms I accidentally opened that I didn't need to.
He wanted to take it back so badly.
I did. I really did.
What's a plugin?
So a plugin is like a set of code that can serve like some kind of function separately outside of being inserted into the main program. It just attaches onto it as like when we got the expansion for Horizon Zero Dawn, it's in the game, but it's like we just bought it as like a thing and it just got plugged into this game and it just runs, right? But it might actually be its own separate code somewhere else and it just like connects nicely with this to work. Browser extensions are an example of like a plugin. So like,
what are browser extensions?
Like your things that find your deals and track prices and stuff like that. Google Chrome, its function is to like search the web for you, right?
Okay.
But it has a plugin for like Groupon or whatever else you use, or can't remember what they are, to be honest.
It's okay, I only talk about them.
I know you do, but hey, I'm trying to answer your question. But anyway, Google has made it to where there's an easy way for people to connect to their API, which is a way of connecting to their service. Just follow these instructions when you build.
API?
Follow these instructions when you build your thing, and it will connect to ours, and they will speak to each other nicely. And you don't have to program it in the language necessarily that we did, or whatever. As long as it follows this rule set in this specific way, then we will be able to interpret what you're sending.
Usually they would have to still build it in a certain way because it's the internet.
Just the API part, just where it connects.
What's API?
It's like access point interface or something like that. I can't remember. I can't remember exactly what it means. But basically, there's a receiving side and a sending side, and one of them has to decide what's being sent and how to send it, and then the other one just has to follow that.
Wouldn't it be the sending side that would be what?
Well, no, usually it's the bigger company gets to decide what the rules are. So like Google would tell Rakuten, that's one of them, right? Yeah. Google would say, hey, little Rakuten guys, you want to connect us? That's cool, but here's how you do it. Follow these rules. This is what we expect to be sent.
So API is just instructions, or is it?
It's the connecting point. It's where you connect. And all that matters is that you follow the instructions for the connection, and then your code can run separately from their code, and you transfer the information that's needed for each to do its job.
So API is they have their website, you have yours, and you press enter to see if it works. No, I don't understand.
I'm sorry.
I don't understand.
I would need to draw things because that's what.
I'm a visual learner. I don't understand what you're talking about. I need pictures.
Look at us.
I just want to get to campfire and
badasses forging into the unknown. This ought to be good.
It's interesting that I have to do this quest now instead of collecting the other subordinate functions. Because this one's like an emergency, you know?
Steep mountain, huh?
Errand, the big old boy, is like, why did it have to be on this top of the steep mountain?
Yeah, my fingers would frozen.
Also, he comes from like the desert.
Also, are you about to go fight something instead of being able to save?
God dang it. I mean, it probably did save back in there. You know, I probably could.
Ooh, they're testing out stuff.
Yeah.
Or, oh no, they're
it was
not.
Definitely a trap. Oh wait. Maybe it really is here and in trouble and they found it.
What is that?
What the hell?
Oh. She thought she was invincible, but the shield got corrupted and...
Yep. Oh. Darn. I was really hoping we could,
Well, that takes the keg.
I was really hoping we could be like, ooh, how can we take this apart and put it on my spear or something, or on my bow?
Not that easy.
God
Varl,
dang it.
see if there's anything over
I
there.
just realized this is from Death Note. Right there.
No, you're right.
We'll check out the battlefield. Let's start with that zenith.
Can I start with that? Is that a loot chest?
Well, there are obviously more
That
zeniths
is.
than
I'm
we
gonna
know
start with
about.
that.
For example, Sonic Frontiers uses grass and
Almost
trees that
maggot.
are sold in a pack called Quexel Mega Scans, or whatever you just said, which scans real things like plants
down
and
her
stuff
shield.
and sells them.
But why was she here? I can access her last communication file, but I'll use my focus to scan the battlefield too.
What about that crazy weapon the Zenith had?
It looked like she could make it come
Hello,
and go at
Verbena?
will,
What do you have for me?
but it's gone now.
I checked everywhere, still no sign of the asset.
Well, go do your thing.
Can we call off this
I'll
pointless
wait here.
search already?
Let's not forget who let it slip away in the first place. Now, I'd like to see results by nightfall. Do you think you can manage that?
Hold on. I think I see something.
Forge's breath. What a mess.
The Spectre had instructions to assist recovery of the asset. I wonder what this asset is.
Yeah, so they did find it too.
For example, the developers of Gone Home were looking for things to put in their house, like doors, drawers, etc. So rather than make them, they bought them their appearance to insert in the game. That's so they're just basically. But see, I don't understand how you do that, because you basically have the whole house set up, but you just don't know how to do a door, so you buy the code to put in a door, but how does the code know how to put the door into the code that you've already done for the house? Like, I don't understand. Because, like, how does it know how to shape itself into the house and integrate itself with the house and, like, the doorways that you've already put in? What if it's not the right size? Are you able to tweak it? Like, I do not understand how that works. Like, grass and trees, like trees in the distance, I could see that working a little easier because, like, it's not something you're really paying attention to.
My weapon's still hot.
But I still don't understand, because I guess, like, you can buy things in the coding that you need to, or they sell it in different language coding languages, like, oh, if you're using C++ or whatever, they have an option for that, or oh, if you're using what do you call that one that Minecraft uses with the J? Java, you know, like that kind of thing. I assume that they would have to sell it in different coding languages, otherwise it wouldn't be as profitable, I assume. But I don't know how to make a game myself, so I do not understand exactly what you're talking about, but I hope I'm getting the gist of it now. I'm still frustrated because I don't know what it looks like and I don't know what that means, and it makes me mad. Famously, Christmas duck from that game was actually bought off a store for like $6. They thought it looked interesting and decided to use it. Interesting. There are what are called game engines, environments to create games. Graphics are created as models that work with the... I think I'm getting further into... I do not understand. I don't understand that world. It's very confusing to me. I would understand it more if you sat it in front of me and showed me on a computer, like, what to do. Showed me the tools. Showed me, like I can't see it. I don't know what you guys are talking about because I can't see it. I've never seen it. I don't know how to picture something I've never seen. I can imagine as best I can, but when I don't even have a clue of all of these different aspects that you guys are talking about, I don't know how to see it. How do you see it? Like, what's in your head when I'm talking about all this stuff?
What do I see?
Yeah.
I see...
what's in your head?
Yeah, it's hard to describe because I know what it is. Like, it's code, how it connects, like... Oh, man.
Would you be able to draw it?
I could try to draw, like, a diagram of this stuff. Kind of how it works. Okay, what the heck? What am I not checking out? Can I check the weapon now? Oh, did I not check that corpse? I could have... Oh, back this way is what I missed. Okay. Sorry.
So they're just sleeping out here?
The Oseram.
Looks like the rebels camped here for a while.
Yeah.
Are they watching this area?
Like they said, the Oseram guy had a focus, and they had that weapon.
I have an idea what happened here.
They knew what's in here and were protecting it, and obviously are pretty sophisticated. So they were prepared to blast something like that.
Okay, well, you can find a campground, whatever. Dude, that bunny was getting stuck.
Yeah, I'm glad it did. Can I investigate this yet?
You already did. She said it's hot, so basically it's saying you can't. It does not want you to understand this technology.
Is there a campfire up here? Oh, there is. No, there's one down at the base. Okay.
But you want to see what's in the cave, don't you?
I do, but I can...
All right, she who sees the unseen.
I can tell them what happened here, and then I guess head down the mountain.
This was a carefully planned attack. I found camping gear up there. The rebels must have been staking out this place for at least a few days. They were waiting for the Zeniths to show up, all so that they could test that weapon. The Zeniths have a personal shield that makes them invulnerable, but somehow the weapon got rid of it.
Was the trap for the Zeniths and not for us?
It was sending data on it somewhere else. It was probably just a prototype.
Would they know how to send out a distress signal like that?
I'd do a little trial run before breaking out the real thing. Well, I guess it's still a work in progress, if it blew up.
She was searching for something she lost. Her drone had instructions to recover
Oh,
something
yeah.
called the asset.
It probably was legit.
The asset. Is that the sub-function thing you said could be here? Eleuthia?
I'm not sure. Come on, let's go talk to Varl.
It's definitely in the cave. It looks like a vault. You know, or a cauldron, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not only the logo, but the makeup and everything. Like, that looks like going into a cauldron.
That's a long way down.
Something tunneled straight down into the mountain. Looks recent.
Whatever it was, it must have been powerful. That Zenith the rebels killed was looking for something called the asset. I don't know what it is, but my guess is it's somewhere down there.
Well, that was a fun audio
so we head
effect.
down.
Erend, stay here and stand watch. That Zenith isn't the only one of its kind. I don't want to be caught by surprise if the others show up. Contact us by focus if you see anything.
Okay. Any trouble shows up, I'll call you.
Let's
Should
go.
warn him to not engage them.
Right, he should be hiding in the bushes, like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you want me to see... Okay. Auto-saved here.
Cool. Because you don't want to go all the way down to the mountain.
I do not want to go to the mountain, and you don't want to keep playing.
No,
so...
because it is 10, babe. Time for bed. I know how much you want to go down there, and I do too, but we'll be upset tomorrow. You will not want to wake up.
There's some kind of old world ruin.
Okay.
But anyways, sorry for getting frustrated. I just don't like it whenever I don't understand something, and I like to understand it, and I like it being explained to me where I can understand it, and it was not.
Sorry, I'm not good at explaining it.
It's okay. We have very different minds, so it's very hard because he's just very not picture oriented in his mind as much as I am. Like, he can, I think you think more like thoughts than, because I have narration, I have pictures constantly, like all the time. Like, there is no time that I don't have images in my head while I'm also like looking at things, right?
Yeah. And like when you ask me to describe it to you, I'm like, okay.
Ellis would probably prefer some sort of image, but all I can think of is a diagram. That's all I can think of. I can't think of some other kind of image to then explain to you, and like I can't think of a good way to explain a diagram besides just drawing it, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Just not, we don't think the same way.
That's not what I would need.
Well, like the only way to visually put like coding stuff down.
No, no. No, there'd be a way for you to draw out some organic something that would make me understand how to connect the two things. You could simply use shapes.
Yeah.
Like,
that's a diagram.
No, it isn't. It's not the same thing. It's not. A diagram is more technical and like very much like uniform. I need more organics.
Coding isn't very organic.
I know.
It's more
Drawing
technical.
Explaining can be.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm still thinking about the old woman and how she was lying on the ground moaning and bleeding, according to what someone said. This is messed up. It's upsetting. I'm sorry that you're having to deal with that. Please don't feel guilty. You did everything you could.
Yeah,
you had no
really
idea
did.
it happened. Like, you helped out that woman by being able to say, hey, this is where we are. And I hope that she's doing okay.
Like, think about how fortunate it was that someone stopped and called the police, which is great, called emergency services, but they didn't know where they were, and you did, and you were able to help them get emergency services there faster than they would have been otherwise. And that matters. And hopefully it saved the woman's life.
Right, because, like, even just those few seconds of them, like, if they had to figure that out, like, any more time could be detrimental to somebody.
Yep.
So, like, you being able to just answer that, because they didn't put you into a panic, they just simply asked you the questions. They weren't like, oh my god, a woman's bleeding, I need to know where we are, because that would have, like, sent me into a panic and be like, oh my god, we are, you know, like,
right.
So, like, they were calm, they asked you, they were able to talk to police, because that's the thing, too, like, sometimes when there's a big group of people, seeing something happen like that, they'll think, oh, someone else probably called the police, and then like nobody calls the police. So like if you ever see an accident, you have to be like, you, and you have to like directly look at someone and say like, you call the police, and like they'll actually do it. But just the more and more people there are, the worse it is to like get people to actually help, because they think, oh, somebody else will step up, or oh, somebody else will take care of it, or so it was good. You did everything you could,
and not being trained in any kind of medical field, like you can't do anything.
Can't do anything.
If anything, people that aren't trained are more likely to cause harm than do any good. That's just how it is.
I'm sure that they helped her. I hope that she's doing okay. I'm sorry that she got hurt. You know, like that's awful, especially because like person didn't even get to be held accountable for what they did. So it's pretty awful. Yeah, I've heard about that. If you act like you're in charge, people react accordingly. Yeah, exactly. You can't just assume like anybody's done anything. You have to just assume no one has. And you have to just try to get people to help you out, and you have to directly look at someone. You can't just be like, someone call the police. You have to be like, you call the police, you do this, which is why like somebody was just like, oh, somebody needs a blanket, and like, somebody was like, okay, I'm gonna go do that, like it's, but I hope that she's doing okay. Obviously you won't ever know, so like try to put that to rest in your head. Like you'll just have to hope that everything happened for the best, because it's not like the police are gonna come to you and be like, hey, by the way, that lady the other day, she did fine, because they're not gonna know who to contact about that. They're only gonna tell people that are related to her anyway. So well, I hope that nothing like that happens again to you, Daytime. We'll be streaming again Sunday, hopefully. It's always whether or not we have internet or Ollie's.
Are you wanting to try to add another stream in? You had talked about it.
I know, but I just don't think we can right now. Like holidays are coming up and everything, so I want to eventually.
Okay.
But we'll figure that out more. You just need to catch up on things, like I'm just
survive the holidays.
Yes.
And then see.
Yeah. All right, guys. Everybody else, have a good night. Thanks for